Good morning, Holotable heroes, and welcome back to another galactically challenged video with me, your bald-headed boy, Scribble. It's Monday morning, and it's about time we get this ball rolling. Let's do this. Today we are on Jakku, facing off against the rebels, this time led by Saw Gerrera the Deadly. The unconscionable Saw Gerrera. We have got a global modifier for Scorching Sun. This gives us the ability Thermal Regulate, which will help us get rid of stacks of Overheat. If we get 10 stacks of Overheat, our characters are going to instantly be defeated. It also applies to the enemy, of course. So we can use Thermal Regulate to remove a stack of that Overheat and still stay alive. It can sometimes come in handy. We have got benefits here to our Scoundrel allies. They're gaining a big old chonky amount of additional health, speed, and are immune to buff immunity. While they're buffed, they take less damage, and they've got increased counter chance and will inflict defense down for 2 turns when attacked, which can't be resisted. When they're debuffed, Scoundrel allies are also going to be gaining additional 10 speed. The enemy has got Pinpoint as their modifier, and it is actually a real pain in the tuchus. Essentially, whenever they use a special ability, they're going to place this pinpoint on you for 2 turns, which does all sorts of nasty stuff. They're going to recover all their health, they're going to gain heal over time. It's a real pain. So, feats then, what do we need to do? This one would be absolutely fine, but the no leader one is a little bit iffy. It's okay, it's not terrible, a little bit iffy. So, complete it with a full team of Scoundrels. We also need to win without a leader, and we also need to win with one light side and dark side surviving. So, what I'd recommend you do is don't try and get it all done in one feat. Maybe there's a comp, I couldn't find one. I didn't spend too long trying to look for it, to be honest, guys. I would rather just get in there and get the feats done. So, we're going to start off with Scoundrels. Scoundrels is really just bounty hunters. Alrighty, so pretty typical bounty hunter team for me. Relatively accessible early game bounty hunter team with a Boss lead, Boba Fett, Jango Fett, Grief Karga, and OG Mando. I would recommend that you use someone like Fennec Shand instead of someone like Boba Fett or Jango Fett if you have her. She is a much better unit, but I don't want to try and make this team too exclusory, so a little bit more inclusive here. Alright, we're going to start, and we are going to have that rather annoying explosive trap immediately be placed upon us. Now, I'm going to use the rocket over there on base, and he's just going to pretend like nothing ever happened, because that's just kind of what he does. It's a little bit irritating. I'm then going to get rid of all these debuffs. After that, we are probably going to go ahead and get that taunt up on our boy Bosk, and then we're going to call in to assist. Now, we could call in to assist over here on Chirrut, but I'm not going to do that because we won't be able to do too much damage to him. So I'm going to stick it on base, and I'm going to call in Jango Fett, who's going to double tap, and hopefully that's going to bring our base over here low enough in health that he becomes the marked unit, so we need to hit him to hit contract. So mass assist over on base. We want to try and hit contract as soon as possible. Now, if you have a look, we're at 80% here. So if I use the basic, because he's got a debuff, Django's going to double tap. Double tap is going to be 2 hits on an enemy with a debuff, which means we're going to hit contract, okay? 1, 2. Contract! Isn't that wonderful? Okay, so after contract, what do we want to do? We could try and get some buff immunity, but I might just try and get that extra yeet. Oh my god, you coming in clutch there, boy. I'll tell you that for nothing. Okay, so I'm going to do a mass assist here on base. Just trying to get some turn meter over here, and we're going to delete Saw Gerrera. Get rid of Saw Gerrera. Jobs are good, and keep the taunt up on our good boy Bosk over here, and then heal up. Absolutely fine. If you get to this point, you are probably flying without wings. Just going to use a basic here. Now, you do want to keep check on those thermal regulate stacks, guys, because they can be a real pain in the tuchus, as I've said before. It's going to make you a little bit squishier. It's going to make it a little bit harder to survive. So we're actually okay here. Just going to call in Jango Fett. Want to try and get rid of that base if I can. Mass assist on base. Unfortunately, they are really a big pain in the tuchus to try and kill, like I said. So keep managing those stacks of thermal regulate. Generally speaking, Bosk is going to be the one that has the hard time with this, because Bosk in particular has those stacks of frenzy, which gives him a bunch of bonus turns, and that can be a real annoying thing. So we're just going to manage that down, and once you've got it down to just Biggs Darklighter over here, you're not going to have too many issues at that point. So I'm just keeping check of those thermal regulate stacks. We're looking pretty. Mass assist over here against Biggs. He might evade some of the attacks, but we should be able to get round to... Did he just double dodge? Very rude. You can't dodge a disintegrate, though. Yep, so not too bad. Light side, dark side, full Scoundrel, easily completed, not too shabby. If you don't happen to have much luck with that bounty hunter team, this Scoundrel team will also get it done. I know this is a heavy investment. We got Beskar Armor Mando here with Cat, Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Dash. but this one is actually a little bit more fun, I feel. Start off the turn over here, you want to stun Saw Gerrera, make sure he doesn't do anything. Turn meter swap over to Bam. We want to get him into Whistling Birds immediately so that we can start gaining those stacks of Whistling Birds. You want that AoE coming out of dash, boom, immediately up to that 10 stack over here. Focus on Baze still. We'll just do AoEs while we can, try and do some good damage over here. See if we can get rid of Baze would be great. Goodbye Baze, and then all the birds going to Saw. He's gone. It's funny how much damage this team can really put out. It just absolutely kicks them in the tuchus very, very quickly. Now, Xaereth will, you know, he'll try to stay alive, but ultimately at this point he doesn't have any support behind him, so he's just gonna, you know, for some reason revive. I'm sure there's a good reason for that. I don't know. Apparently Xaereth has a revive. He could have used that in Rogue One, really, couldn't he? Too soon? Probably too soon. Alrighty guys, so if you're looking to get no leadership, look no further than your trusty CLS. You're just going to take Han into the leadership instead of having CLS in the leadership. Not too bad. We're going to start off, hopefully you should be able to stun Baze in that opening move, truth be told, but if that doesn't happen, just plow into him. For some reason they like to have a revive, it's very rude. We're going to go ahead and pass as much as we possibly can. Where are we looking for it? Let's go ahead and get the translation on OG Chewie. Let's, boom, hopefully get rid of some people very, very soon. Get rid of those buffs all the time. We don't like none of that. And you do kind of want to be able to get rid of that Saw Gerrera as quickly as possible so he cannot use those thermals. If he gets that explosive trap out, it's usually pretty bad. So we're just going to get rid of Xaereth there. Focus down on Baze next. Might as well do a nice juicy AoE. We should have enough damage output to chew through, as it were, to chew through the enemy team before they get to stacks of thermal regulate, not thermal, overheat, sorry, high enough. So just plow on through. Now you can try and drop C-3PO out and throw in some like Thrawn, get that light side dark side business going on, but you don't have to do that. The Scoundrels are usually a better choice for that. You can also do the light side dark side with no leadership by using a Malak lead with Hermit Yoda, Traya, Nihilus, and Wat Tambor. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to push the weapons tech over on Nihilus so that he takes a turn quicker, and then we're just going to do a nice AoE sucky action over there. Wonderful. Let's just put the tenacity down on Baze for now. Then I'm going to put the healing tech, I think, on Hermit Yoda. Wonderful. And then let's go ahead and place Master's Training on Nihilus. Nihilus with Master's Training is a good thing. We'll isolate Baze and decrease the cooldowns on Nihilus. Oh my gosh, we've got another great big sucky suck. And that's going to immediately give us the ability to insta-yeet somebody. That's rather nice. Now let's see. I'm going to get the tenacity down on Xaereth. Let's put the tank tech on... Oh, I could have put that on Hermit Yoda, actually. Let's put it on Malgus over here. And yeah, let's just do a basic for now. All right, I would recommend insta-yeeting out Saw Gerrera. Good. He's no longer a problem to us. And then I think we'll do a nice big sucky suck over here on Xaereth. Wonderful. Can we get rid of Xaereth? Oh, so close. We nearly got rid of him. Okay, cool. Xaereth's gone. We've lost Wat Tambor. Absolutely fine. Let's go ahead and do a nice big heal over here. Let's see. What have we got available to us? Let's see if we can get the shock on Baze as well. That would be nice. Another AoE sucky suck. And at this point, we're just going to look to try and control the stacks of thermal regulate. We know we'll be able to win the battle. We'll be able to win the battle by slowly annihilating people, essentially. So we want to make sure that we can stay alive. We can also, of course, use the Drain Essence from I always get those two mixed up. Malak, Malgus, Malbus. There's too many Mals in this team. Okay, let's suck off Baze. Job done. We've lost Traya. That's still okay. And let's go ahead and annihilate Biggs, because we don't want him dodging. And let's go ahead and put that shock over there. Wonderful. Absolutely use that life drain ability when we ever have a chance. Keep Hermit Yoda nice and hidden. Keep him secret. Keep him safe, because we do need him to stay alive. Thanks to the feat that we're pushing for here. Let's keep that, and then we can just suck off Wedge at the end there. So there you go. No leadership, light side, dark side, surviving. We've done the Scoundrels in two different ways, two different flavors of Scoundrels, and I think that is going to about do it for today's episode of Galactically Challenged with your bald-headed boy Scribble. Make sure you like the video if this was helpful to you, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Huge shout out to my wonderful patrons. You guys are the bomb. If you are looking to consider supporting me, you can do so from as little as $1 a month on Patreon. I will catch you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.